times. The water bodies will be enlarged. You know, at one point, no one could access the area beyond the outer water body. And I think the proof of the pudding, as they say in the English language, is look at the kind of reception that has received. Equally, all the other components. We were paying 1,000 crores, we still are, by way of rent for government to be housed, offices of government to be housed. Right. And some of the construction which took place in the 1960s, you know, one of the buildings in which one of my ministries is situated, I don't know where the architectural or design inspiration came for those. But, you know, the fact of the matter is there's no parking, there's no space. They're like, I don't like using the word slums because I always prefer calling them informal settlements. But these are really urban slums. So you'll have, instead of that, new buildings, modern, well-lit, using the best, a more conducive working environment. And it's all work which is taking place right now.
I want to switch gears a little bit from urban planning to a little bit of politics. To politics, since we're running out of time. I want to ask you about what Mr. Gandhi has been saying. He's been playing the victim card. And we had Mr. Amit Shah here yesterday who spoke about how he was interrogated by federal investigators and he was being forced to name Prime Minister Modi as one of the key conspirators. So I want to get a reaction from you on how do you view, Mr. Gandhi's politics, whether it is his comments on Mr. Savarkar or it is him undermining India's democracy when he's visiting abroad, or it is him playing the victim card.
Let me position myself in response to that, if I may say, a very inviting, slightly provocative question. And let me respond to that by separating the different components. Everyone, no matter where he or she is born, is influenced by the kind of DNA you come with, the kind of nurturing you receive in terms of the setting that you are made to grow up. Some of us are made to work very hard as part of our upbringing. We have to earn our living, etc. And many more people are perhaps more fortunate. They have, and that results in a sense of entitlement. I'm not going to say on what A said or B said. I'll come to what Mr. Shah said, and I fully empathize, and I think he's making a very, very, very important point. But let me say that a comment made by any Indian politician about Veer Savarkar ji. Let me come to that. Look, I'm a student of history, and what I know from my study of Indian history is that a lot of people made outstanding contributions. They made sacrifices of a very high order, and Veer Savarkar ji was one of them. He's probably going to be in any listing that you attempt, he'll be right at the top of that listing. Sentenced to life imprisonment. Okay? Now, to compare yourself in terms of what Savarkar ji's contribution is, and by the way, I'm married to a Maharashtrian, so that sentiment runs even deeper in the state of Maharashtra. It resonates with all of us. I'm not surprised at the reaction that has taken place, including from the so-called allies of the Congress party. They've all taken exception to those comments. I was also asked a question on this, and I said, wait a minute, and I made a comment. I stand by that comment. But let me come to what exactly is the issue we are discussing today. In a statement which is in the public domain, the young leader, not so young, he's past 50, said he named 3 members of one community, Mr. Nirav Modi, Mr. Lalit Modi, and he named the Honorable Prime Minister. And then he went on to make the astonishing statement that if you look for other people with that, you'll find many more there. I found that unbelievable. But a particular member of that community sought recourse through the judicial process, and the gentleman has been convicted by a court. So the recourse to that lies through appealing to that and getting a stay. It is a very simple solution. You can turn around. You could have said before the presiding judge that, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, etc. But instead, what you are witnessing is black attired fashion shows. You are witnessing other fine forms of melodramatics. Now, is he the first Indian politician to have been disqualified through, from membership through a action which has come through the courts? I don't think so. The figure I may not have, somebody mentioned 12, I think it's 17. 17 people have been so disqualified.
Right.
Now, the executive, the judiciary, the legislature, these are all important segments in a democracy. And his disqualification as a member of the House came as part of that. There's no discretion exercise there.
Sure.
If you are disqualified by court, and there is a long drama about that ordinance which was torn. I was serving as an ambassador outside, and I saw the look on the face of the then Prime Minister when the press report said that the gentleman had torn an ordinance which they had been passed by the cabinet. Now, my answer to that is that this is a politics, a course of action, where I would say very low-level discourse, where they are seeking to pursue.
Right.
I have very clear views on that, and I think the people of India they have rejected it. Now, to go outside the country, now India is rising. I think that's also the broad
Rising
theme,
India,
Rising
yes.
India.
Yes.
Are people happy about the rising India? I think people in India are very happy about the rising India. People outside are happy about the rising India. But some people
Right.
are not that appreciative. They have their other thing. Now, to appeal to them and get them to comment on this, I find this, frankly, juvenile.
Juvenile. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Puri. It was a pleasure speaking with you. We've run out of time. I'll hand it over to Chandra.
Thank you very much, Mr. Puri. Some amazing insights on the urban side and a lot of headlines on politics as well. I would like to request you to stay back on stage, sir, because we would like to request you to felicitate the real heroes from the field of innovation. Thank you, Shweta, for moderating the session. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the first winner in this category.
Lotus is abundantly available in India. It is valued for its flowers and used in some Indian cuisines. But Tongram Bijayashanti, a botanist from Manipur, looked beyond the obvious. She has painstakingly learned the art and craft of extracting the rare and prized lotus silk and become the talk of the town in the textile industry. Rising India salutes her determination to bring an idea to life and create livelihood opportunities for those around her.
Please welcome Tongram Bijayashanti from Manipur, who owns the innovative startup where the thread is being spun from lotus stem. A huge round of applause for our first winner in the innovation category. Let's look at the next winner in this category.
Global challenges such as climate change are straining the world's natural resources, such as fresh water. This impacts agriculture, especially in cultivating crops like paddy, which traditionally require large quantities of water. But in Punjab, hope was born anew, thanks to the efforts of Surjit Singh, who popularized the technique of ridge paddy cultivation. This reduced water requirements even while boosting farm productivity. Rising India salutes this hero for his spirit of innovation to solve critical problems and unlock new possibilities for farmers.
Please welcome Surjit Singh from Punjab, who has brought about a unique innovation, rich paddy cultivation and superstore management that cuts water and electricity usage, something that all of us should be doing in our homes.